The old rules of money are officially dead. In 2026, putting your cash in a savings account isn't just boring, it's a guaranteed way to lose value. If you're a beginner and you want to actually see your balance grow, you need to pivot. Today, I'm showing you the 3 simplest ways to multiply your money this year, even if you're starting with zero experience. My name is Luis, and I spend way too much time thinking about wealth-building strategies, compound interest, and why they never teach us this stuff in school. If you're someone who wants to grow your money, but feels overwhelmed by all the financial advice out there and doesn't know where to actually start, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, today, I'm breaking down 3 simple, and I mean genuinely simple, ways to grow your money in 2026. These aren't get-rich-quick schemes. These aren't crypto moonshots. These are proven, boring, effective strategies that actually work for normal people with normal incomes. And I'm going to show you the exact math so you can see what's possible. But before we get into it, I need to address something. There's this belief out there, and I used to believe it too, that you need a lot of money to start growing money. Like, people think investing is for people who have $5,000, $10,000 just lying around. Here's the completely wrong thing. A study from Fidelity found that their fastest growing demographic of new investors is people starting with less than $100. $100. That's it. The barrier to entry has basically disappeared. So if you've been waiting until you have enough to start, you're leaving years of growth on the table. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, and this is the foundation. This is where everyone should start. A high-yield savings account. Now, you might be thinking, Luis, a savings account? That's your big advice? And yeah, I get it. It sounds basic. But hear me out. Because most people are losing money right now and don't even realize it. If your money is sitting in a regular checking account at a big bank, Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, you're earning something like 0.01% interest. That's essentially nothing. Meanwhile, high-yield savings accounts right now are offering somewhere between 4.5% and 5% APY. Let me show you what that difference actually looks like. Let's say you have $5,000 saved. In a regular account at 0.01%, after 1 year, you've earned 50 cents. 50 cents. That's not a typo. Now that same $5,000 in a high-yield savings account at 4.8%, you earn $240 in a year for doing nothing different, literally, except moving your money to a different account. That's $240 you left on the table because nobody told you this existed. And here's what most people don't realize. This is money you can access anytime. It's not locked up. It's not invested in anything risky. It's just sitting there, FDIC insured up to $250,000, earning you passive income while you sleep. This is your emergency fund working for you, instead of just sitting there collecting dust. The psychology here is important too. When you see your money actually growing, even if it's small, it changes your behavior. You start thinking of your savings as something productive, not just money you're not spending. That mental shift is everything. Okay, number 2. This is where it gets really interesting. Index fund investing. And I know, the word investing makes some people's eyes glaze over, but stay with me, because this is genuinely the most powerful wealth-building tool available to regular people, and it's way simpler than you think. An index fund is basically a basket of stocks. Instead of trying to pick individual companies, like guessing whether Apple or Tesla is going to go up, you just buy a tiny piece of everything. The S&P 500, for example, tracks the 500 largest companies in America. When you invest in an S&P 500 index fund, you own a small slice of all of them. Amazon, Microsoft, Johnson & Johnson, all of it. Here's why this matters. The S&P 500 has averaged roughly 10% annual returns over the past several decades. Now, does it go up every single year? No. Some years it drops. But over time, over 10, 20, 30 years, it has consistently trended upward. Consistently. Let me hit you with some math that honestly changed my life when I first saw it. Let's say you're 25 years old and you start investing just $200 a month into an S&P 500 index fund. You never increase that amount. Just $200 a month, every month, until you're 60. At an average 10% annual return, you'd have approximately $760,000. You put in about $84,000 of your own money over those 35 years. The other $676,000, that's compound interest. That's your money making money, and then that money making more money. It's honestly insane when you see it laid out. Now, you might be thinking, but Luis, what if the market crashes? What if I lose everything? Look, I get the fear, but here's the data, and this is important. If you look at any 20 years in the history of the S&P 500, there has never been one where you would have lost money. Not during the Great Depression, not during 2008, not during COVID. Never. The key is time in the market, not timing the market. You don't need to be smart. You just need to be patient. And getting started is stupid easy now. Apps like Fidelity, Schwab, and Vanguard, you can open an account in 10 minutes and set up automatic investments. $25 a week, $50 every paycheck, whatever you can do. The amount almost doesn't matter at the beginning. What matters is that you start and you stay consistent. And one more thing on this, the fees. Make sure you're choosing index funds with low expense ratios. You want something under 0.1%. Vanguard's VOO, for example, charges 0.03%. That's $3 per year for every $10,000 invested. Some actively managed funds charge 1% or more, which sounds small until you realize that over 30 years, that fee difference can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands for literally the worst performance, because most actively managed funds don't even beat the index. Number 3, and honestly, this might be the most important one, especially if you're in your 20s or early 30s. Invest in skills that directly increase your earning power. Here's the thing that nobody talks about. There's a ceiling to how much you can save. If you make $40,000 a year, you can only cut so many expenses. But there's no ceiling to how much you can earn. And the fastest way to grow your money is to simply have more of it coming in. Now, I'm not talking about going back to school for another 4-year degree. I'm talking about targeted, specific skills that the market is paying a premium for right now. Things like data analysis, copywriting, digital marketing, sales, and web development. These are skills you can learn in 3 to 6 months, often for free or for very low cost, that can add $10, $20, or even $50,000 to your annual income. Let me give you a real example. Let's say you spend 3 months learning a skill like financial analysis or project management. You get a certification that costs you maybe $300 to $500. That credential helps you land a position or negotiate a raise that's $15,000 more per year. That $500 investment just gave you a 3,000% return in year 1. No stock, no crypto, no real estate deal is giving you 3,000% returns. Nothing. And here's what most people don't realize. When you combine a higher income with the investing strategies I just talked about, the numbers become absolutely wild. Instead of investing $200 a month, now you can invest $500 a month. That same calculation from earlier, at $500 a month for 35 years at 10%, you're looking at $1.9 million. You become a millionaire from a single behavioral change. The Bureau of Labor Statistics consistently shows that higher skilled workers not only earn more, but they're also more resilient during economic downturns. They get laid off less frequently, they find new jobs faster, and their earnings recover more quickly. So you're not just growing your money, you're also protecting it. So let me tie all three of these together, because they work as a system, not in isolation. Step 1, move your emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses, into a high-yield savings account today. Not tomorrow, today. It takes 10 minutes. Step 2, open a brokerage account and set up automatic investments into a broad market index fund. Start with whatever you can. Even $25 a week is $1,300 a year, which is now working for you. Step 3, identify one skill that could increase your income in the next 6 months and commit to learning it. 1 hour a day. That's it. This is where it gets really interesting. When you stack these 3 strategies together, they compound on each other. More income means more to invest. More invested means more compound growth. A high-yield savings account keeps your emergency fund safe, so you never have to pull for your investments when life happens. It's a complete system. Look, I want to be honest with you. The hardest part of all of this isn't the strategy. It's not the math. It's the start. It's opening the account. It's setting up the automatic transfer. It's sitting down to learn something new after a long day of work. The psychology of inertia is real. Research from behavioral economists shows that people will choose the default option, doing nothing, even when they know a better option exists. Even when the better option takes 5 minutes to set up. So here's what I want you to do. Before you click off this video, do one thing. Just one. Open a high-yield savings account. Or download a brokerage app. Or Google's best skills to learn for a higher salary in 2026. One action. Because once you take that first step, the second one becomes 10 times easier. That's how momentum works. You don't need to be a financial genius to grow your money. You don't need a 6-figure salary. You don't need to understand options trading, cryptocurrency, or any of that complicated stuff. You just need these 3 fundamentals: consistency and time. That's it. That's the whole game. If this video helped you see money differently, even a little bit, hit that subscribe button. I put out videos every week breaking down exactly how regular people can build real wealth without all the confusing jargon. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 3 strategies you're going to start with. I read every single comment, and I genuinely want to know where you're at in your journey. Your future self is going to thank you for what you do today. I'll see you in the next one.